calculations by month. This is something that I see quite often. I often get sent kind of sales orientated spreadsheets. So what sales have we done in January, what sales have we done in February, and average sales and all those kind of things. And what people generally tend to do when they start making a spreadsheet is they'll have 12 different tabs. If their financial year is running from January through December, for example, they'll have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, a whole bunch of tabs down the bottom. And then they'll still have report tabs and things where they're trying to bring all that data together. The problem is when you have all of your data entered on different tabs, it becomes a right pain to then consolidate all of that into one and to try and do reporting if you're not doing standard reporting. Even sometimes when you are doing standard reporting, it becomes tricky. Not only that, but then you've got a whole bunch of tabs at the bottom. And if you're looking for a particular sale and you thought it was in August and you're looking through August and it's not there and it was actually in September, it can become a bit of a pain to find what you're looking for and to consolidate all that data into one so that you can actually then produce the results that you need. So what I've suggested to people and what I often do is say, why don't you put all the data on one tab? And then what they say is, well, we need to know monthly totals. And the easiest way to total a monthly total is to have all the sales on one tab so that you can just simply sum a column on that tab and you've got your monthly totals. And they don't realize that you can actually do this with a batch of data. So let's just have a look and see how we do this. Here's your sales data. And as you can see, I put into some random dates there, 1 or 2 per month. And here's the values that we want to tally up. And here are the 12 months that we want that's within this year that we're monitoring. So I've entered a date in each of the months. You can see January, February, March, all the way through to December in 2021. The day doesn't matter. This could be the 1st of July. It could be the 9th of July. It makes no difference. What you do is, because I've listed all the months, just a date in each of the months. I'll show you why when we get to the formula. So now what we need to do is we want to create these two helper columns. This one to identify which month the sale is, and this one to identify the name of these months so that we can look them up and produce the result here. So this could be in fact, let's format this at the moment by currency, and let's do a SUMIF function in the meantime. So here we go. Let's do this one for the month. So what I do is equals if. Now, you don't necessarily need to do this, but I just like to keep it nice and clean and tidy. So if that one equals blank, then do blank. Otherwise, we want to do text. But what do we want to do with text? So we want to use that value and convert it to a text. And the text needs to be, so we open up the little speech brackets to tell it this is what we need it to be as text. And we say we want month, 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 space, year, 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 year. Close the speech brackets, close the other 2 brackets. So what we've essentially done is said is if F9 is blank, then just show it as blank. But if it's not, convert the value of the date to text that is in the format of month, 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 year, 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 year. And we put those little in the little speech brackets, otherwise they won't work. We click enter. So that now would tell us what month each of those sales in. So that's in January, that's in February, that's in January, that's in March, April. So there's 2 in January, 1 in each of the other months. Great. So that's done what it's supposed to do. So we do exactly the same thing for this, but looking at the dates that we've assigned. So equals if that one equals blank, then blank, otherwise text that one month, 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 year, year, year. Close the brackets. Now we could put all other things like if error to reduce errors and all those type of things. There are other videos for that, so I won't go into that at the moment. So if we copy that, paste that throughout. So now we've got the months that we're looking at, January through to December, and we want to find the matching months in here and then sum. So now we just do a simple SUMIF. Now you can have a look at the SUMIF. There's another video for that, so I won't spend too much time on it. But what I do is equals SUMIF. Let's click up here. So we want to see the range that we want to look for the criteria in. So that is the range that we're looking for the criteria. And then what criteria? Well, for each line, it's different because the first line is that one. the second line, so on and so forth. And then what is the sum range that we want to do? We want to sum that, and we lock that range in place. So what we're essentially saying is we want to look down those dates there, and if those dates equals the date that's next to each of these particular totals, then we want to tally them up there. Let's have a look. January, £44. There's one for January. There's one for January. Total 44, 44. Marvelous. So we can copy that and we can paste that throughout. So now we've got the total per month for each of those months from the raw data, regardless of how many there are or what's going on. There could be thousands of rows of data, of this data, and only 12 of that. That's fair enough. It'll still tally up and give us the totals. The other thing that we can do, let's just clear that for now and format that as general. So we can also say something along to COUNTIF. So how many sales did we have in the different months? If you say COUNTIF, that range, whoops, you've gone too far. Let's just do that again. Lock that in place. Equals, you can't click on there because it's the formula's overriding, equals L9, close bracket. And then if we copy that down there, now we can see there were 2 sales in January, 1 in February, 1 in March, 0 in December, etc. So we can do those calculations. You can use SUMIF or COUNTIF or average if even, or whatever the case might be, per month, because you've essentially assigned each line to a month. And we don't have to worry because there's not going to be another January 2021. Well, not in any of our lifetimes anyway. So we don't have to worry about having duplicates because it'll look at the date and it'll actually take into regard the month and the year. And here we've got the ones that we're looking for because you've told it which dates, a date in each month, converted that to text, looking up, and we can get the answers. So we can actually have all the data entry on one tab, which now, if you've got all your data entry on one tab, it makes it so much easier to do all the annual figures and looking up, for example, if you had another field here with client names, you could look up the client sales over the year without having to tally up over each of the different months, all those kind of things. It opens up so much more, so many more opportunities to you because you've got your data together, but it also lets you then separate by month when you're doing various calculations. So yes, I hope that that's useful to you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.